So comfortably separate the knees a little wider than hip width apart and sit back on the heels as you extend your upper body forward. Let your forehead rest on the floor or on a block if it doesn't touch. And then allow your shoulders and your arms to relax and gently close your eyes here. You may take a moment for the movement in the eyes to settle. Allow the muscles in the face to soften and relax. And begin to scan through your body. Just checking in with yourself this morning, noticing the physical energy in your body, and acknowledging your mood and where your thoughts are right now. And then start to notice the movement of your own breath. Feeling yourself gently expand and contract here in child's pose. And start to consciously slow down and deepen your breath. Taking more time to fill the lungs as you expand toward the inner thighs. And more time to empty the lungs as everything contracts and your navel draws up and in. Settle into an even, steady rhythm, one that you can maintain throughout the movement this morning. And take 5 more deep breaths here in child's pose. And after those 5 breaths, you can float your eyes open and come on up into table posture. Adjust your knees hip width apart, and we'll take some spinal waves. On an inhalation, lift your tailbone, chest, and chin. Exhale, drop the tailbone and tuck the chin. Again, inhaling and exhaling. So just continue on in each direction, coordinating the movement with your breath and adding any other direction of this movement that would feel good to you. Just waking up your spine, your hips, and your shoulders this morning. And then eventually arrive back at a neutral table pose. I'm going to have you walk your knees about half a foot back and bring the knees and thighs together. We're going to take a little warm up for the shoulders. On an exhalation, bend the elbows and lower all the way down to the ground. And squeeze the shoulders together. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, hips to your heels. Again, inhale, come forward, shoulders over the palms. Exhale, strong core as you lower. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, hips to the heels. So do that a few times, coordinating with your own breath, working on maintaining stability in the core as you lower and ascend. And trying to feel your shoulder blades move simultaneously. The next time that you lower yourself down to the ground, we're going to stay there, squeeze the shoulders together, engage the legs, and roll up to cobra pose. Let's hold here a few breaths. This can be low or high right now. Draw the shoulders down and the elbows nice and close to the ribcage as you open the front side of the body. One more breath in and exhale, let it go. Inhale, push back up to the knees. Let's step the right foot in between the hands for a low lunge. Line that knee up over your ankle. Slide the left knee farther back if you can. We're going to point the toes of the left foot. Press the front of the ankle into the floor and lift the left knee up off of the mat. So stretching the psoas and the front of the ankle. Feel your breath expand into your right thigh. And then lower the knee back to the mat. Inhale, reach the arms forward, now coming to a low crescent lunge. Lifting up through the spine, draw the arms back, gentle upper back bend. The next time you exhale, release the hands back down. Let's tuck the back toes under and lift this knee up again, so you're now in a high lunge. And then take a spinal twist. Left hand down, rotate as you raise the right arm up. One more deep breath in and exhale, right hand to the floor. From here, let's step to plank pose. Right foot back, bring the feet and legs together and line the shoulders over your palms. Nice and strong through the core, the inner and outer thighs. Steady, deep breath. One more breath in. Exhale through chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, press back up to table and step your left foot in between the hands. Low lunge. Slide your right knee farther back. We're going to point those toes so we press the front of the ankle into the floor. And then let's lift the back knee up off of the mat, getting a stretch through the quad and psoas. Still pointing the toes. And then exhale, release the knee to the floor. Inhale, rise up to low crescent lunge. Lifting the arms, lifting the chest and ribcage. Steady, deep breath. And on your next exhalation, release hands to the floor. Tuck your back toes under and lift that knee up again. Now in our high lunge, right hand stays down for our twist. Rotate and raise the left arm. Good. Actively pushing down against the mat or the block with the right hand. And exhale, left hand to the floor. Step to plank pose. Left foot back. Bring the feet and legs together. Good. 5 deep breaths here. Nice and strong through the core and lower back. One more breath in and exhale all the way down. Inhale, lower high cobra. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, press up to the knees. Exhale, hips back and lift. Downward facing dog. Spread the fingers widely, separate the feet a few inches apart, and press back. Feel free to pedal the legs a little bit, just waking up the back of the hamstrings, the calves, and the Achilles tendon. And then on an inhalation, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale to the flat back position. Exhale, forward bend. Let's stay here a few breaths. Let your head and neck drop down. And if the hamstrings are tight, just bend the knees a little bit. Let's try and get the upper body nice and close to the thighs. The next time you inhale, we're going to come up to stand. Open the arms, reach over your head, and exhale, arms to your sides. So let's come through a few rounds of sun salutations. Come to the top of the mat if you're not quite there. And on an inhalation, we'll begin by reaching up. Exhale, dive forward and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog or stick with cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take your time with that transition, knowing it'll be different depending on if you're in cobra or up dog. Take 3 more breaths. On an inhalation, look forward. Exhale, feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, coming to stand. Exhale, arms to your sides. Second round. Inhale, begin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Stay here and breathe. Find length in your arms and your spine and release your neck. On an inhalation, look forward. Exhale, feet to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, arms to your sides. Once more through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next breath in, look forward. Exhale, feet to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Good, bring the feet together. We're gonna take one round of Sun Series B, starting with chair pose. Inhale and sit back. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg. Exhale, step the foot through, back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Stay here and breathe. The next time you exhale, hands down, back heel up. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise your left leg, inhale. Exhale, step the foot through, back heel down. Inhale, warrior one, stay here and breathe. The next time you exhale, hands down, back heel up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 steady breaths. One more breath in, look forward. Exhale, feet to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. I'm forgetting what we're doing here. And exhale, stand and release. So let's step our left leg back. We're gonna come into triangle pose. If you typically use blocks, you can get that set up outside your right foot. So find that nice wide stance. Engage your legs, and let's open the arms out to the sides. Good, rock your hips back and lean your upper body forward in space, and then pivot the arms. Right arm down, left arm up. Finding that support either at the floor block or shin. Good, deep breath. Start to rotate the left rib cage back in space. Steady, strong legs. Good, and look where is comfortable for your neck. Right, if that rotation up to the thumb doesn't work for you, choose a different focal point and concentrate there. Good, look down at the ground. Let's bend the front knee deeply. Take the right hand either to the floor or on a block still if it doesn't touch. Then sweep your left arm over your face for extended side angle pose. Right, so the legs here should feel like the base of warrior two. If you can't get low enough, try sliding your back foot a little farther away. We want that hip to get low. Deep bend in the right knee. Good. Actively reach the left arm over your face. Just 3 more breaths. Good. And then strong core. We're going to come up to warrior two. Extending the arms apart, keeping that same foundation in the legs. Good. Look over your front fingers if you can. And then exhale, reverse the arms. Left arm down, right arm up. And then we're going to start leaning back, reaching the right arm over the face now for reverse warrior two. Should feel a stretch down the right side of the upper body. The next time you inhale, take it back to warrior two. Look down, exhale, and cartwheel the hands to the floor. Lift your back heel up. This should put you in a lunge. From here, let's step to plank. Feet and legs together, squeezing the inner thighs and outer hips. Let's take 5 breaths here. One more breath in, and exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From this down dog, let's raise the right leg up into the air for a 3-limb dog, and then roll the hip open, bend the knee so your heel falls toward the hip for a passive quad stretch. Try and press evenly through both hands, keeping the chest facing the floor like it does in down dog. And see if you can lower your left heel a little bit more toward the ground, really stretching the back of that leg. The next time you exhale, let's place the right foot to the floor. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let's stay here in the fold for a few breaths. You can let your arms hang down or hold on to your elbows. Or if you'd like, you can hold the back of your calves or ankles, drawing the upper body closer to the legs. From here, let's come to the flat back position. Inhale and extend the spine. Good, keep that position and bring the hands to the waist. On an exhalation, press your hips forward and stand. Good, let's step the right leg back for triangle pose. I'm just gonna face the opposite direction here. So separating the feet as wide apart as you need for this base, and strong straight legs. Let's open the arms out to the side. Send the hips back as you lean the upper body forward, and then pivoting the arms, left arm down, right arm up. Good, keep squeezing your quads. And then feel your right rib cage drop back in space, nice and open across the front side of the body. Good, everybody, keep the breath moving. And then look down at the floor. We're gonna bend the left knee deeply. Take the left hand to the floor or block outside of the left foot. Then right arm's gonna come forward and then sweep it by your face, reaching it away from your right ankle. Extended side angle pose. Good, get really low in that front leg. It should feel like warrior two. Back leg is still strong and straight. Feel that deep, long side stretch all the way down the right side of the body. Good, from here, we're gonna exhale, use your core strength to lift up, warrior two. The legs should be roughly the same, but adjust if you need to. Good, keep that breath steady. We're gonna exhale, reverse the arms. Right arm down, left arm up, and then start to side bend, leaning back, reaching the left arm over your face. Now we're in the left side stretch. Find that long length. The next time you inhale, take it back to warrior two. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift your back heel up and step to plank. Feet and legs together, 5 deep breaths. With your last exhalation, slowly lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. From this down dog, we're going to inhale and raise the left leg. Open that hip to the side, bend the knee, passive quad stretch. Try and stay even through the shoulders, strong pressure in both hands, and see if you can reach the right heel a little lower down. And exhale, let's bring the left foot back to the mat and lower the knees to the floor. Let's take child's pose. We're gonna bring the knees together this time. As you sit back, we'll wrap the arms around the legs, letting the hands rest by the feet. You can close the eyes and feel your shoulder blades just melt apart from each other. Notice how your body feels right now. And slow down your breath again. Good. From here, we're going to return to plank, and we're going to work on side plank. So for those of you who like to practice a variation of this pose, you know that you can do either knee down and just top leg straight, right, version 1, or when we get into the side plank, you can take your top foot to the floor, and so I'll show that once we get there. So let's start with the left hand being the support. So you can step the legs back and feet together in plank. Bring the left palm in a little closer to the right palm and really stack the shoulder, elbow, and wrist. And slowly come to the outer edge of the left foot as you then open the rest of your body to the side and eventually raise the right arm. Start to really squeeze your shoulder blades together and squeeze the side of your waist to help lift your hips higher away from the floor. Good, and that other variation, if this is a bit much, is stepping your top foot to the floor over the bottom leg. Still a lot for the upper body, but it takes a little bit off of the lower body. Right, wherever you are, make sure that your ankle bone is not rolled and resting on the mat, so it should be lifting up. You're on the edge of the foot. Good, everybody look down, exhale, release the right hand, space the palms apart again and lift back to down dog, or you can put the knees down and rest in table. And then we'll try the other side when you're ready, coming back to plank pose, or if you're doing the knee down version, start in table. Take the right hand in a little closer to the left, stacking the shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and come to the outer edge of the right foot. Slowly open the rest of the upper body, and then eventually raise the left arm. Good, keep breathing deeply, squeezing the shoulder blades together, squeezing your waist. Good, exhale, left hand to the floor, space the hands apart, and lift back to down dog, or rest with the knees down. Let go of the back of the neck, take 5 deep breaths. From this down dog, walk your hands back to your feet and end up in a forward bend at the back of your mat. Let the shoulders, head and neck hang down. And we're going to take a little shoulder and chest opening here. You can use a strap for this if the hands don't connect comfortably. Reach your hands behind the back and connect the fingers, or use a strap. Roll your shoulder blades and elbows together, and then slowly extend the arms up away from your spine. Take your time with this. And keep the neck nice and loose. You should be able to freely move your head. And take a few more deep breaths here. And exhale, release the arms, separate the hands or put the strap down and let them hang again. Let's come to the flat back position. Inhale and extend the arms and spine. Hold this posture and bring the hands to your waist. On an exhalation, stand upright. Good, from here we're going to take a standing balancing posture. We're going to take the feet hip width apart. Bend the knees slightly. We're going to stand on the left leg first. Cross your right ankle to the left thigh and make the shape of pigeon pose. So open this knee away from your upper body. And you can use a hand to help adjust the ankle if you need. We're going to send the hips way back and lean the upper body forward. You should start to feel a deep stretch in the outer hip and thigh. And then bring your hands together in front of the heart. Good. Find one focal point here. Keep the breath steady. And then see if it feels okay to bend the standing leg more deeply as you sit the hips farther back, lowering the upper body toward the crossed leg. Take it slowly here. A few more breaths. The next time you inhale, start to slowly rise up, away from the leg, straighten the standing leg, and uncross the ankle. Good, release your arms, sway the hips a little bit to let that one go. And we'll switch sides. Slight bend to the knees, standing on your right leg, carefully cross the left ankle to the thigh. Can help with that placement here. And then hips way back, upper body forward, palms together in front of the heart. Good, deep, slow breath. And the more you bend that standing leg, continue to reach the hip joints back. Upper body comes toward the crossed leg. On an inhalation, start to rise up. Good, uncross the ankle, release the arms, and maybe shake the hips a little side to side. Good, we're going to use a strap for our next standing balance. So if you've got that nearby, we're going to take our hamstring standing sequence. We're going to stand on the left leg. So get nice and active on that side as you bring the right knee up to your chest. Put the foot in the strap. And then gather the strap in so that you draw this knee really close to the upper body. You're going to hold the strap in the right hand only inside the leg. Hold your waist with your left hand. Just as a reminder to stay strong in your sides, your lower abdominals, and lower back. Good. The next time you exhale, press the foot against the strap and straighten the right leg. If the hamstring is tight, just give yourself a little more length on the strap. Good, keep lifting up through the spine. Feel your sternum lift, right shoulder blade glide back. Feel elements of mountain pose in the left side of the body. Good, the next time you exhale, squeeze your outer hips and open the right leg to this side. Good, keep deep breathing. If you can, rotate your gaze to look over the left shoulder, away from the right leg. Good. The next time you exhale, return to the first position. Change hands. Left hand reaches for the strap. We're going to twist as we reach the right arm behind you, rotating from the navel to turn the ribcage and chest to the right. If you can, rotate your gaze to look toward your back hand, away from the foot. Good, exhale, turn forward, bend the knee toward you, and remove the strap from the foot. Nice work, everybody. Again, just rocking with the hips a little bit, let that one go. And other side, standing on the right leg, they're really active from the hip all the way to the ankle. Lift the left knee up toward you, put that foot in the strap, and then gather it in, bringing the knee as close to your upper body as you can to start. Right hand to the waist, standing tall. Good, when you're ready, press the foot against the strap, extend that leg. Good, squeeze your waist, draw your lower back in, lift your chest. Nice and tall like mountain pose. Good, the next time you inhale, open the leg out to the side as you squeeze your outer hips. If you can, turn your gaze to the right, looking away from that foot. And exhale, bring the leg forward again. Change hands, right hand on the strap. We're going to twist from the belly button as you rotate and send the left arm behind you. If you can, gently turn your head, looking away from the foot. Good, exhale, face forward, bring that leg in, remove the strap. Nice work. Shake it out a little bit. Good, we can put that strap down. And I'm gonna have you take a wide stance on your mat. Separate your feet about as wide apart as you would for warrior pose. Turn your heels out a little bit, heel and big toes in, and hold the waist. Let's glide the shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hips back as you fold forward. Let your head and neck drop. And then bring the hands to the floor or to two blocks inside of the feet. Just lengthening down through the spine as we stretch the back of the legs. The next time you inhale, lift your head and chest and walk your hands forward. Find the flat back position here in the wide stance. And we're going to take a twist, right palm down, rotate and raise the left arm up. And make sure you're twisting from the waist and not from the hips. So keep your right hip level and lifted and use the strength of your core to rotate the spine. If you like, take a half bind by wrapping your left arm around the back, tucking that hand somewhere near your hip or sacrum as you glide the shoulder blade back. If you're in the half bind, release and reach up again, and then exhale, left hand to the floor, finding that flat back position again, and we'll twist, rotating and raising the right arm. And then optional half bind, wrap the right arm around your back, gliding that shoulder blade back to open the chest. If you're in the half bind, reach up again and exhale, release. Look over toward the front of your mat and point that foot forward and walk your hands there. End up in a lunge just briefly and then step back to down dog from there. Spread the fingers widely, press back. And now that we've stretched the hamstrings quite a bit, just see if you can get a little more length down the back of the legs. The next time you exhale, lower your knees to the mat and take child's pose again. You can go wide knees or together, whichever version of the posture you prefer. Close your eyes here and just take a few breaths. Again, noticing how your body feels at this point. And then from here, I'm going to have you come forward and down to be prone on the mat, so lying face down. And we're going to work on locust pose and some variations of locust. So first, just taking the traditional version of the pose, head down, legs together. Reach your arms alongside the body and roll the shoulder blades back. And then when you're ready, lift everything up off of the mat. Arms, legs, head and chest. Breathing against the floor. One more deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Turn your head down to one side and let your shoulders sink down into the mat as you relax the back side of your body. And we'll take that a second time when you're ready. Legs together, forehead down. Roll the shoulder blades back and lift everything up. One more deep breath in and exhale. Turn your head down to the other side and let your shoulders sink down. Good. From here, bring your arms out in front of you and bring the legs together, point the toes. And I'm going to have you lift just your upper body. So press the front of the pelvis and the legs into the floor and lift just your upper back and your arms. And then I'm going to have you squeeze your elbows by your waist, bringing the palms back, and then re-extend. Good. Exhale, arms by your waist, elbows back, re-extend. Good. Keep the legs on the mat. Do that 3 more times. And the next time that you bring your arms back, put the palms down. It should be like cobra pose. From here, press against the mat and come to a high cobra. Continue to squeeze the glutes and the legs. One more deep breath in. Exhale, roll everything down. Again, arms by your sides, head to one side of the mat. Let's bend the knees and just gently swish the feet side to side, releasing the lower back. Good, and then lower the legs. We're going to take one more variation of locust pose. Forehead down, connect your hands behind the back or use a strap to help with this. Roll your shoulders and elbows back and extend your arms. And then we're going to lift everything up off of the ground as well as the arms up away from your spine. Nice and open across the chest here. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Good, let's separate the legs a little wider than hip width. And once again, bend the knees and take those little windshield wipers back and forth. Nice and easy side to side. Good, from here you can lower your legs and carefully turn to your back. So just roll right over. Once you are on your back, adjust yourself so you're centered on your mat. And bring the heels close to the hips, arms down by your sides. We're going to take bridge pose. Gather the shoulders together under your back. Press against the palms of the feet and lift your hips and spine. And maybe gather the shoulders a little closer together to get some more opening across the chest. Nice deep breath here. One more breath in, and exhale, slowly lower down. Let's separate the shoulder blades, take a few breaths here. And once the breath feels recovered, we're going to take that a second time. So gather the shoulder blades as close together as you can. Press up into bridge. Maybe make another adjustment. If it's comfortable, you can connect the fingers this time, making a fist that you press against the mat. Try and feel the arch of this posture move into the upper back. So lift your ribcage. Draw the sternum toward your chest. Strong glutes and hamstrings. One more breath in, and exhale, slowly lower and separate the arms if you had them connected. Separate the shoulders and take a few breaths to relax. And then final back bend here. You can either repeat bridge a third time, or if you are comfortable practicing wheel pose and you feel warm enough this morning, you can try wheel. If you're doing wheel, plant the palms behind the shoulders with the elbows pointing up. You come to the crown of the head first. Walk the hands farther back to integrate the shoulders before you press up. Right? And if you're in a wheel pose, try and let your neck relax and press against the feet to bring the arch into the upper back. If you're in a bridge, take 5 more breaths in bridge pose. Good. For those of you in bridge, slowly lower down. For those of you in wheel, lift your heels, tuck your chin, and slowly lower down. Once the shoulders are on the mat, then roll the rest of your spine down like bridge pose. Good. Let's all separate the feet a little wider than hip width. Open the arms out to the side and take some slow windshield wipers. Try and slow down the speed of your breath to help bring the intense energy out of the body. And then bring your knees back up, scoop the feet together, and let the knees separate for reclined bound angle pose, opening the front of the hips. Let the glutes and outer thighs relax completely. You can close your eyes and take 5 to 10 breaths here. And when you're ready to release the pose, slowly bring the knees back together. And then I'm going to have you hug your right knee into your chest and slide your left leg down on the mat. The left leg can be totally relaxed here. Just take several deep breaths where you allow the right leg to move toward you as you exhale. Gently lengthening the lumbar and deepening the flexion of the right hip. And start to get more active through the straight leg now. So point up through the toes and reach out through the heel, as if you're pushing that foot into a wall. We're going to take reclined pigeon pose. Lift your head and shoulders up a little bit. Take the right foot with your left hand and use your right hand to help open the knee and thigh out to the angle that you would take pigeon if you were facing down on your mat. And then see if you can take a little baby cradle here. You're going to wrap the arm around the outside of the knee and bring the foot to the elbow. But if this does not work for you, you can simply hold the leg with your hands and lie back down, or you can take the more basic version where you bend your left knee and place the ankle to the quad. Right? So you've got 3 options. If you're in the baby cradle, it's unlikely that you'll be lying back down on the floor unless you have super open hips and hamstrings. And if that's the case, just try and relax your back. But if you're still up off the mat like I am here, just make sure you're protecting your neck by tucking the chin to the chest and engaging your abdominals by drawing your navel down toward your spine. It's going to help support your upper back in this pose. Good. Keep that active energy in the straight leg. A couple more breaths here. And then we're going to slowly release the foot from the cradle position, lie back down, and then release the right leg to the floor. Good. Adjust your hips if you need to so that you feel centered and aligned. And then we'll bring the left knee to the chest. Let your right leg just be relaxed on the mat here at first. Several deep breaths. I'm just trying to get the leg as close to the upper body as we can before we attempt that reclined pigeon. So really feel your low back relax into the floor. Every time you exhale, maybe a little more flexion with the left hip. And then start to activate your right leg. So point up through the toes, reach through that heel, and anchor that leg to the floor. For reclined pigeon, lift your head and shoulders. Reach for the foot with your right hand, and use your left hand to open the knee and thigh away from you, creating the shape of pigeon. Right? And if this is a lot, you can hold just like this and lie back down. If you're trying the baby cradle, the foot comes into the right elbow, and then I wrap the left arm around the outer knee and thigh. Good. Stay active in your right leg. Deep, slow breath. ready to come out, we're going to slowly release the foot from the cradle position, lie back down, and then release that leg to the floor. Good, adjust your hips so they feel centered and well aligned below the shoulders. Let's bring both knees to the chest and take happy baby pose. Separate the knees, reach for the outer ankles or feet. And if it feels good, you can rock a little bit side to side, massaging your lower back. You can also give your lower back traction by pulling the feet toward your face and lifting the hips and low back up off of the floor a little bit. And then let's release the feet, bring the knees together. You want to come up to a seat. You can either roll over to one side or you can take a few rocks on your spine to get there, whatever you prefer. If you're doing the spinal rocks, tuck your chin to the chest and take 2 or 3 to bring yourself all the way upright. Good, and once you're upright, you can take a support for the hips if you like to sit a little higher for our seated postures. And we're going to start with seated forward bend. Got my strap underneath me. So you're going to extend the legs out in front of you. If you've got a strap, it can be a nice assist for this pose. You can throw it around the feet. Good. Pull against the strap and sit up nice and tall, finding staff pose or preparation for this seated posture. Let the shoulders draw down as you lift up through the spine and actively press forward through the legs. And we're going to tuck the chin to the chest. Exhale, start to pull against your strap and gradually extend the spine forward and down. And then re-extend your arms. If they meet the feet, you can hold there or keep the strap if you have a lot left. Just take your time coming into this fold. You can close your eyes if you like. And if at any point you have discomfort in your lower back or the hamstrings are really resisting, just bend your knees a little bit. And when you're ready to come out of the pose, inhale and lift yourself upright. We're going to bend the right knee out to the side and then open the left leg a little wider as well. We're going to take a variation of nose to knee pose. I'm actually going to face the front for this. So we're going to take a wider angle in the legs than you might normally take here because we're going to be doing a side bending variation. So sit up nice and tall, let your left hand come out toward the straight leg, and we're going to raise the right arm up over the shoulder, and then side bend as you lean toward the leg, and let that arm slide as far down as you can. And then start to rotate the chest up toward the ceiling a little bit, and continue to reach that arm over your face. Good, really intense pose here. Take your time. Doesn't matter how far down you can go. So if you're getting a good side stretch where you are, just stay there and breathe. The next time you inhale, start to slowly rise up. Good, release the right arm. All right, let's switch legs. Lean back a little bit if you need to unfold that right leg, extend it out to the side, and bring the left foot in toward the pelvis, knee out to the side. Much more open hip position than we normally take here. Good, sit up tall, the right leg extends, right arm extends. Inhale and raise the left arm up, and then just side bend. Let the right arm slide down inside the leg. And then if you can, rotate your chest up toward the ceiling slightly, and then reach the arm over your face. And on an inhalation, lift back up. Exhale, release this arm. Okay, let's bring this leg back in, and we're going to take the soles of both feet together for seated bound angle. Hold the feet or the ankles, whatever you comfortably can reach, and sit up nice and tall, lengthening the spine. Draw the shoulders down and back, and start to squeeze your outer hips, and see if that helps you open the knees a little more. Good. If you're going forward, tuck the chin toward the chest. Exhale and start to guide the spine down toward the legs. Taking your time here. And when you're ready to come up, let's inhale and lift. Good, you can bring the knees together. Come down off of whatever you're sitting on if you took support. And you're gonna sit in the middle of your mat. Bend the knees and take the feet as wide as your mat, and take the hands behind your back to support your upper body. Let's take a few windshield wipers, dropping the knees side to side. And the next time your knees drop to the right side, let them stay down there. Twist by rotating, coming off of your left hand and placing that down behind you. Separate the palms a little bit and actively push against the floor to deepen your rotation. Turning away from the knees and feet. And you can play around with position here. If the hands are really close to you and your spine is very upright, that's primarily a twist for the lower back. If you walk your hands farther away from you and lower your body as you push the mat, you're going to feel it more in your mid and upper back. And wherever you are in this twist, start to lift up a little bit and then unwind. Take the left hand behind you. Let's pick the knees up. Make sure your feet are still wide and drop the knees to the left. And then come off of your right hand, twisting to the back of the mat. Space your hands apart and actively push against the ground to deepen that rotation. Steady, deep breath. And again, you can play around with position, being really upright, hands close to the hips, or farther away, lowering the upper body to change the focus of the twist. And when you're ready to come out, start to unwind. Take that right hand behind you. Good, bring the legs together. Hold the back of your thighs. We're going to tuck the chin and roll the spine down, one vertebra at a time, slowly coming to your back. Then once you are down on your back, bring both knees to your chest again, hug the arms around the legs, and just rock a little bit side to side. And then turn the knees around in a big circle several times in each direction, massaging your sacrum and the lower back. And then when you're ready to release, place the feet down on the floor and slide the legs down in front of you. We're going to come into Shavasana, corpse pose. If there are any supports that you'd like to use or props that you like to use in this posture, you can gather what you need to be more comfortable. If you're happy flat on your back, just extend your limbs from here. And once you are in that comfortable reclined posture, gently close your eyes. And just take a moment to scan through your body from head to toe, noticing if you're still holding on to active energy anywhere. And if so, just adjust that part of the body or try and consciously let it go the next time you exhale. Take one more deep breath in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Release your lower jaw. Feel all the muscles in the face soften and allow the tongue and the throat to relax. Feel your shoulders melt into the floor, letting the arms, the wrists, and the hands feel heavy. Feel your spine decompress one vertebra at a time, and every muscle that attaches at your spine soften down toward the mat. Feel heavy through the hips and the back of the pelvis, and let go of every single muscle in the thighs, around the knees, in the calves and ankles, as you let go all the way down to the tips of the toes. Enjoy these few minutes of deep rest. I'll cue you when it's time to move and get up. back to your own breath. Start to deepen your breath and bring a little movement into the body, starting with the fingers and the toes. Letting that build into whatever movement or stretch would feel good to you right now. And then eventually bend the knees and turn over to one side of your body, curling up into a fetal pose, and just noticing how you feel right now. And with as little effort as possible, bring yourself back up to any comfortable seat, keeping your eyes closed. And once you are sitting, continue to breathe more deeply to energize the body again, helping you move away from that state of deep rest. And we'll end our practice together chanting Om one time. You can bring the palms together in front of the heart and take a deep breath in. Exhale and gently bow your head, acknowledging yourself for making time and space to practice today and expressing gratitude to your own body. And thank you so much for being here this morning. I hope that you enjoyed this class, and I hope to see you again tomorrow morning.